ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And away we go from East Rutherford. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play is to the air. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. And the Ravens get it back on his 6th interception of the season. They hurt his partner. Tough to resist starting the game with a deep shot. I know you know that. It is aggressive, but also very high risk, high reward.
It is, Kate, and you know as an offensive player, especially as a quarterback, you go to bed that night, these plays are scripted. You're going to come out, you're going to take a shot. There you got to show a little restraint. If it's not there and that defense has the awareness they just did, boy, you got to be real careful to not give them an opportunity to do what they just did and make a huge play defensively.
They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That's taken in by Henry. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. Trying to run with Henry. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They'll go left side with Tracy. And he's got a modest gain up to the 41-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun, it's Wilson. He fires one deep down the middle. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Marcus Williams has it. And the Ravens have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Lamar now from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. 34 yards on that punt. And it'll be Giants football. They're set up at the 35 now. Wilson now, 1st and 10. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens take over inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Jackson now on 3rd. Finds his fullback. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Out of the gun, Henry. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
2nd and 13. This finds Mitchell complete. And he'll go down here at the 16.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
This throw is caught. He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks. They have a chance to move those chains.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. It sails right through a beautifully placed football.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
From his own end zone, here we go. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
He lofts it deep left. He's got his man complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 2-score game early. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
This is complete to Neighbors. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Second and 8. He's got it, room to run. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. And they bring him down to put a stop to that return.
You know, return men always think they're breaking the next one for a highlight reel touchdown. They've got to have that confidence. But sometimes that confidence leads to recklessness. It's a fine line. And they could get it punched out trying to do too much. That almost ended up the wrong kind of highlight.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense to the line for second down. Wilson now from the gun. That's incomplete left side. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. So now it's going to be third and long.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. It just couldn't quite find the connection.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Wilson looking to throw. Launches one deep downfield. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down. The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. And he couldn't quite get the edge. He goes out of bounds and maybe gets back to the line. No return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's brought down at the line.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now it's Lamar. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Complete over the middle to the big tight end. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a 21-yard gain. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. it to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
A quick slant here, caught by Andrews. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Working inside the red zone. And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Another try following the sack. Connects with Bateman. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Giants using their first timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Jackson looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Trying to reverse it on the kick return. And he's out a little short of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. To throw, here's Wilson. Finds Hyatt. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Fires over the middle, caught. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. On the move, headed right. Down the middle, complete. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, it's Wilson. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. So we've reached the halftime break. It's the Ravens leading so far on the road. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report. Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Gano ready to send this away. Deontay Hardy to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
From the gun, Jackson. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And the Giants going nickel. 3rd down coming. Blitz coming here. Jackson. Forced out to his right. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Henry on the catch. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. Pressure coming, it's Jackson. Bateman hauls it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular.
Down he goes. The Giants got to him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying the right side with Tracy. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Wilson on the play fake. Taking a shot, deep down the field it goes. And they pick him off again. Marcus Williams has it. And the Ravens are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
1st down, here's Lamar. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. That's Bobby Okereke. Well, they have the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Wilson out of the pistol. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Wilson now from the gun. Oh, his back's got it deep down the left sideline. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
On play action now, Wilson. Chased out to his right. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Wilson to throw it. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that'll bring up 2nd down. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got it, room to run. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's Henry on the option. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Good defense tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they step the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He finds Mitchell, complete. Now here it goes, down the right sideline. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'll be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He puts some air under it. Deep down the middle it goes. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Now Wilson on 3rd and long. Oh no, they get him yet again. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens get it back on the final play Nice takeaway to end that third quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the fourth. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on second and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
On second down, here's Henry again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Coming left is Tracy. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Finds Hyatt. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's tackled for a short gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 42. Gets everything he has under this throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Complete to Hyatt. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Offense in the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Wilson to throw again. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the 35-yard line.
Trying again, following the sack. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 4th and long.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. From the gun, it's Wilson. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Trying down the middle with Henry. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. And in it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Ravens very close to an 11th win this season. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Give right side to Henry. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he's going to take a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. And they'll take a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the